Well, hello again, Mr. Bob Richards. How are you doing today?
I am well, Michael. Thank you. It's a beautiful November day.
It is. It is a
Well, at least in
beautiful.
St. George. I would imagine someplace it's not so good, and we've got this worldwide audience.
Oh, yes, that's
So
right.
I
Well,
just want to make them jealous.
I'm thankful that here in southern Utah, it's a lovely day. What else are you thankful for, Bob?
As I've looked over the year here in 2025, Michael, the podcast that I wanted to have us discuss today is just that. We've got Thanksgiving in a couple weeks or so. We've got family coming together. We've got friends. We think of those that are less fortunate and try to provide them a meal or two. People that struggling with the loss of loved ones during the holiday season, whether it's Thanksgiving or really any time, Christmas, etc. And so I just wanted to kind of reach out to people and just say, think about a couple of things that you've experienced in your year that either you didn't expect, didn't care to expect, but it was dealt to you. It was maybe a blow, maybe it was a death of a good friend, a spouse, a
Yeah.
family member, something that was just not on your agenda for 2025. And here's the biggie, Michael. How did you handle it when it came about? Would you, if you were able to push rewind, would you want to respond differently? Would you want to um, have said more, have said less, have been someplace more or less? I remember years and years ago, before electricity, my grandmother was on kind of her deathbed, and but not terribly. She just, you could tell she wasn't doing super well. And I'd asked my mom. I said, "Mom, can I run over and see Grandma?" And we lived half a mile or so from their house. And she says, "No, son, wait till tomorrow and stop by and see her tomorrow." I said, "Oh, can't I just go over there? It's not that late." She says, "No, wait till you go over in the morning." Well, Grandma passed away that night, and
Mm.
I always regretted not going over there because I felt like I was prompted. I wasn't just something out of the sky. There wasn't Tinkerbell. There's nothing like that. I just felt prompted. I needed to go over there and say hello, or maybe say goodbye. And so I
Yeah.
look at these situations now in our lives, and as you and I get a little bit older, we're starting to see a few more of our friends that have unfortunately passed for many a reason. And so I bring that up as to, okay, are we counting our blessings enough? I'm not trying to be Joel Osteen here, but are we counting our blessings enough that we maybe should do it a few more times in our year, and really figure out as we look at world areas, third world countries, and otherwise. are- What line did you and I get in, Michael, that allowed us the things that we are being able to be grateful for rather than a slice of bread for a week?
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I had a similar conversation with a friend of mine the other day. We were talking about um, material things and wealth, and maybe you see this too. We have some people that say, "Oh, I don't make enough money. I want to buy this house," like you would, because you're a realtor. Buy this house. I'm going to buy this car, and I don't have this, and I don't have that, and blah blah blah. And I went to a seminar, and the guy got up and said, "Okay, how many people raise your hand if you have $5?" And like everybody raised their hand. He goes, "Okay, you are now richer than 99.3875 of all of the people on planet Earth because that don't have $5." So he says you're already rich, comparatively speaking, by world standards. If you have $5 in your pocket, people may work a whole week to get $5 if they're lucky. So I think it's important that
That's amazing. Wow,
yeah,
I didn't expect it to
yeah.
be anywhere close to that.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we need to be aware of that and be grateful for the many things that we do have in our lives, both, financially, a place to live, food to eat, loved ones, families, and of course our Maserati Quattroporte. But
That's right. Who's counting?
but who's counting?
You own two tires, I own two tires. We
Yeah,
just kind of have to.
Yeah,
have to rotate them between us.
put little M's on there and nobody
Yeah,
will know the difference.
exactly, exactly.
But
So the other, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, so I think you're right. We do need to be grateful for the things we have, and we need to be grateful for the lives we have, and whatever industry you're in. Just be grateful that you have the ability to have your free agency and do the things that you think that you would want to do to reach your goals and expectations in your life, so you can leave a good legacy for those left behind.
Yeah, absolutely. And not everybody does. I'm so surprised that when we get into a situation where, let's say, mom and dad have passed away, and we get into a sale contract with the surviving family, if there's one surviving family member, that's great. Anything more than two, and oh my gosh, Michael, there can be
Yeah,
such infighting to where siblings no longer talk to each other. They'll never speak to each other. They'll never
yeah,
da 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 da. Da. And it's true. It lasts a long time, and oftentimes it's a lifetime, and they never have that relationship as good as it was over a cabinet with their brother or sister,
yeah.
and one was deserving and one was not. It's like, come on, people, this is just a cabinet. It's a chair. It's a desk. It's
You
just
know,
not that important.
Mom promised that cabinet to me.
Oh, oh,
She told me that I could have it. When did she
yep.
do that? Well,
Oh,
a couple of years ago. You weren't here, but it was after Thanksgiving dinner, and I was doing the dishes, and she was so grateful for me helping her. She said, honey, you can have that cabinet when I leave.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
That's as good as
that's how it
gold.
happens. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I look at 26 goals, and the other part of this podcast today, folks, is just to bring up some ideas and say, you know what, put your goals down. You got to write them. We've been told that forever is that a goal not written is only a wish. So write your goals down. Make sure that they're stretching you a little bit so that you don't feel like, well, I got my goal done in 5 days. It's
yeah,
in January, but something that maybe can last through a quarter or a month or half a year or the whole year, certainly. And then that way you stay on track with what you want to achieve, what your goals are down the road, what you want to become, and what you want to stay away from becoming, so that you don't
yeah.
get into a situation that is less than fortunate.
I had a mindset coach tell me once. He says, Michael, when you're setting goals, it's important to set goals for things that you have not achieved. Don't set a goal for something you've already achieved.
Yeah,
Or he goes, that's not a goal. You set a goal
no.
for something that you've not yet achieved. So anyway, that's
and
good.
and make them such that they're achievable, but it's got to stretch you a little bit. You got to get a little bit out of your comfort zone, and kind of broaden your wings a little bit, and see what kind of growth you experience by the end of next year,
Got
and
it.
take it from there and from there and from there. Like
Well,
what was the shampoo commercial, and you tell two friends and they tell two friends, and so on
yeah.
and so on and
Yeah.
so. Yeah, so we hopefully are going to be around for a while, and good Lord willing.
Sounds good. Well, Mr. Bob, if anyone listening today needs some more sage advice, or perhaps they'd like to list or sell their home or buy a home, I know that they can contact you on your website, which is buyutah.com. They can email you, bob@buyutah.com, and they can even give you a phone call on one of those newfangled phone devices. What's that number again?
This 435-703-8824. I'm the Berkshire Hathaway Brokerage Real Estate Office, just right behind the Pizza Factory on Boulevard and Main Street. So 435-703-8824.
That's great. And oh, I do want to announce that for those of you who buy or sell a home before Thanksgiving or before Christmas, Bob will give you a free pie. So be sure there's some
There you go.
motivation. All right.
Absolutely, Michael. Thank you.
All right. See you, Bob. You take care.
Okay.